What does high score mean? New high score, is that bad? What does that mean? Should I break it?
Hello everyone and welcome to VetAaron Gaming. I am Aaron and today we're going to be talking about Eternal Evolution, and we're going to talk about one of the events in the guild hunt, the spider, the Scythe spider. So I'm going to show you guys just an example of how important it is to make sure you're utilizing the proper characters inside the battle. As we jump into the Scythe spider here, AoE characters for this particular boss encounter are the kings and queens of this event. As you can see here, it's giving you heroes of the week, which are also going to do a bit more damage. So as you can see, I have a team loaded up with some guys here, but I want to show you real quickly. So I have Taylor and I have Emma, two incredibly high damage characters for single target that just don't do as well in this event. So I'm going to let it run through, and as you can see here, my power is 957,000, and I'm going to go ahead and let it run, and I'll keep the damage chart up so we can kind of keep track here. This will just be, what, 2 minutes and then 2 minutes on the other one, so stick with me, everybody. But we'll keep an eye on the damage, and you will see that even if a character is evolved significantly less, if you're using the proper characters in these events, especially the ones that get bonuses every week, you're going to end up doing a heck of a lot more damage. And if everybody in your guild does this, then you're going to down more bosses and you're going to get more rewards, which are going to help you have a stronger roster, down more bosses in the future. It's not a vicious cycle, it's a beautiful cycle. So as you can see here, Senway is absolutely crushing it. Again, thank you for the Rise of Heroes event. He has been an absolutely outstanding hero to use in multiple game modes, but he does a good amount of AoE damage with his shadow helping out. So as you can see here, he is absolutely crushing the damage charts so far. So we'll let it run here for a little bit longer. As you can see, I mean, Emma and Taylor are doing a respectable amount of damage. They'll both end with over 10 million, but they won't even add up to what Senway is doing. So the numbers do not support using a single target hero here, even if, I mean, I don't have the right commander and I'm not going to mess with all that right now, but you're just not going to get the numbers. Okay, so here we go. So let's just go ahead and pause here. We're at what, 15.5 and 12.5 million for the two of them. Write those down so I don't forget them real quick. All right, so now let's go ahead and retry. And as you can see, Emma wasn't immortal, but Taylor was, and Emma was a good portion through legendary there. So we're going to go ahead and replace them with a mythic Ravenna and an elite Omar. But as you can see here, they're the heroes of the week, and they get AoE damage done too. So we'll go ahead and run it again. We went from 957,000 total power to 763,000. So almost 200,000 less damage. And it's also important where you placing the characters, because the first time I ran this test, I actually had Omar in the back row, and Omar's ultimate ability couldn't reach all of the spiders. So when you initially put your characters in there, make sure their ultimate abilities are able to hit all of the characters. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on some damage. And as you can see here, we got two heroes up. There we go. Ravenna just passed Senway. Two heroes that are going to do a lot more damage. Omar's going to be kind of close, but remember, we're talking about an immortal Taylor, like a really, really powerful character in every game mode, and Emma, who possibly does the most single target damage in the game. So it's really, really important that you play around with your rosters a little bit and you're not just throwing in your most powerful characters, because really what you think are your most powerful characters may not be. Take the resources the game is giving you, the information the game is giving you, and of course my videos, and just play around with it a little bit, because you have essentially as many attempts as you want as long as you just pause and retry, which is just amazing. I love this game because a bunch of other games like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, you know, Raid, some of that kind of stuff, they don't really have a sandbox challenge mode where you can play around with the characters. And while this isn't a sandbox challenge mode, it essentially is, right? Like, you can just keep retrying, replaying, throwing different people in, throw different commanders, different prototypes. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can play with it to try to come up with the best combination. there are times when you think you're stuck in this game, and if you just fine-tune a little bit, try some crazy stuff out, you might end up getting through it, which is always great to sneak in a little progression when you didn't think you had it in your account. So, as we can see here, our final numbers, I mean, Omar is going to put out quite a bit more damage here. Let's see, is he going to get 20? We'll call him 20. So, 15.5 for Taylor, 12.5 for Emma, and Omar just about 20 million. So, you know, it's not going to defeat the boss when he wasn't going to already be defeated. But if everybody in your guild does this little bit of fine-tuning kind of tricks, then you're going to get another boss down that you probably wouldn't have otherwise, and that's more loot for everybody. So there you go. There's a little talking about the spider in the guild hunt. Hopefully this helps you out a little bit. As always, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you're not missing any upcoming content. Give me a big thumbs up if you like the video, and as always, have fun. Good luck.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.